Gab, what do you think about our guy Jacoby yesterday?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. You know, you're the quarterback perspective here. I know that Hanford even brought up nerves on Baker's behalf, but probably for Jacoby too. So maybe not his best performance or the best we'll see of him, but let's break down what you thought of him.
You know, we were talking about nerves and stuff, and like life, football players, I think we all want to pretend we're not nervous. We all want to pretend we're cool. Let's be clear. We all get nervous out there, myself included, when you're going to play. Even at the top of your game, there's always that anxiety going on within you. So for Jacoby, for anybody to be a little nervous yesterday, that's absolutely understandable. He got the W. That's all that matters. He got the W. I think absolutely it shows that when you don't have preseason and you're new to a system, you're new to a team, you're rusty early. It was both teams offensively early in the game yesterday. It was tough. Too bad offense for both teams. Awesome to be able to run the ball. But how Jacoby handled himself at the end, I really was awesome and proud and excited for him to see that raw emotion. You know, people said he's crying, he can't do that. I love it. You'll see me crying too.
Well, you know, that's what I was just getting ready to say to you. I mean, tell me, what are you happy? Are you proud of him because he showed some emotions, practically cried after the game? I mean, I've had some concerns about Jacoby. You remember I talked about it. I told you this. I said I had some concerns about him. This guy just haven't won me over yet. And after watching him, he still has not won me over, because when you look at him, I think he averaged 4.3 yards per attempt. You look at, and I'm going to talk about two of his supposedly be main targets. You're talking about Amari Cooper and then Njoku. Those guys, I think they had 4 catches for a total of 24 yards. A total of 24 yards now. Sure, he came back and at the end and he had the little drive. I mean, I think DPJ caught a few passes. I think he had 5 receptions. He caught
6
some.
catches, 60 yards.
You know, he did some good things. But, I mean, let's face it. Let's hear the truth here.
Yeah, let's hear
and
the
the truth is, if you look at the lineman took his guy and pushed him back into the quarterback, and they call roughing the quarterback. Now, there's an extra 15 yards right there. Then, I don't know if we can talk about this right now. We're going to talk about it later. But Jacoby, well, yeah, we're talking about Jacoby Brissett. Why am I going to wait and not talk about this? Jacoby Brissett, they should have called a penalty on him, and you know as well as I do, that is illegal what he did, because he looked out at Cooper first, and to see where Cooper was, and then he came back and tried to spike that ball. Now, I want to hear you talk about that spike, because I know it was not legal.
So I absolutely love your preparation. I absolutely love how you got your facts down perfectly and your stats down. So beautiful and stuff. But please, let's screw this up with the facts here now. Okay, let's talk more macro here. And in the spirit of levity, I actually concur with just about everything you said there. I'm not just saying that to be nice and stuff. But from a more macro side of it, I absolutely love, and from the teammate perspective and in the locker room, all those things need to be worked on. Yes, he was rusty. The team, I think, around him was rusty. The receivers aren't integrated just yet. Amari Cooper didn't play in preseason. He's got to get his football legs underneath him. But from whether or not the storm of the next 10 games and the 11 games that we've been fixated on with Deshaun being suspended, you know, again, I'm not trying to over-dramatize just making a play or two. And you're right, it was just a couple of plays hitting Donovan Peoples-Jones on the 2-minute drive, hitting Anthony Schwartz on a 3rd down in the 4th quarter to get a field goal. There's just a handful of plays. But that emotional crying at the end, getting choked up, kind of the inability to do some of the press conferences afterwards, I actually think it really showed his teammates, and it absolutely showed me that winning matters.